myself in the mirror and notice that my form is correct and everything, and I'm not jerking, and I can actually feel my muscles working, the ones I'm actually targeting, that's motivation for me.
Right there.
I'm actually feel like I'm doing something right, even if it's lightweight. I'm doing the right thing. People may talk about me, I don't care. I'm doing it the right way.
It's all about progress, man. As long as you feel yourself progressing, and I feel like that's a great thing about being in the gym. You could come in, you could just be happy, having a good time. I feel like you should always enjoy working out, because I mean, it's living a healthier lifestyle. You're working out, you're reaching strength goals, endurance goals, just
bettering
like
yourself.
I said, bettering yourself, trying to get that beach body, whatever it is. Or you might just be coming in after a hard day. This could be a stress relief, you know. So, I mean, working out, being in the gym, there's so many great things that can come from it. So, I mean, I'd encourage anybody, just not even an intense workout, you know, come in, get on the treadmill, lift a few light weights. I mean, it's...
As long as you get in the gym and do something,
Exactly.
you're doing more than 70% of America is doing.
Exactly.
And that should be more motivation for you right there.
Exactly.
So, what does success mean to you?
What does success mean to me? Success, I would say, just being able to provide for yourself, for your family, if you have one, and what, I guess, just whatever it takes to be happy. You know, you don't have to be rich to be successful. It would be nice, but you know, you don't have to be rich to be successful. As long as you're doing what you love and you're happy, successful as far as I'm concerned. I mean, there's a lot of people in the gym. I mean, being a personal trainer, depending on how many clients you have, you might not be making that much. But if you enjoy what you're doing,
It doesn't matter.
Take that away from you.
Yeah.
You know, if you enjoy what you love, I mean, opportunities. I feel like opportunities are gonna come for those who are doing what they love and they're pursuing it with a passion and putting everything they have into it. I believe opportunities, doors are gonna open up, and you'll be successful.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, I understand, because like the way how people, you can see people that go to college with PhDs where they're in a bunch of debt because of loans and everything. But at the end of the day, if they're going for something that they have a passion for, whether they're being a doctor or even a personal trainer, I may be in bukus of debt, but I feel like I'm getting rewards and I'm paying off by helping others out and bettering somebody else, instead of getting the cash I can actually pay this off and I can actually better my situation, vice versa, you know.
I mean, it's just one of those. So you go to school, you get a PhD for a job that, you know, you hate the rest of your life. You wake up every morning, dread going to work.
Yeah, you hate yourself.
Yeah, you hate yourself. I mean, is that really success? You got the money, that's fine. You might be you pay off those debts, but you're unhappy every morning you wake up. Is that real success? I don't believe so. Me personally, somebody else might disagree, but it's my personal opinion.
And to come back to that, it's kind of it follows to my next question. Would you consider that failure? And also, what does failure mean to you? Would you consider that a failure for someone to wake up knowing they hate their job and hate what they're doing, but they're...
Failure, I mean, failure, we all fail in life at some point. I mean, we have failures, personal failures. You know, it's just a natural part of life. It's just how you bounce back, really. You say you went to school for all those years, you get a job that you hate, and you find something that you love, you can kind of correct that failure. I mean, as long as you find what you love to do, man. We're gonna fail. It's all about how you bounce back from it. Period.
That's a great answer. I really do like that answer a lot. Because I never looked at it that way. Because like me, growing up, failure, I really didn't have my self-esteem was really low growing up. So the way I looked at failure, I approached failure was, I kind of expected failure before I expected success. So if I go to a basketball game, knowing that my coach didn't like me and I didn't like my coach, and if I didn't start, in my mind already, yeah, I'll probably be going hard in the warm-ups and everything, got a good sweat going on and everything, but as soon as I check into the game, I'm thinking, well, I don't like this teammate because I know he likes to be a ball hog, whatever, and this person doesn't want to do this. So why should I even try if nobody's not going to, if we're not on the same page? Now when I look back on, I'm like, I failed myself and I failed my teammates around me.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me feel guilty at the end of the day, but at the same time, it was a learning step it was a learning process as to use a different approach and look at the bigger picture instead of looking at that one person and pointing a finger.
Yeah.
Be like, what can I do to help
Yeah.
all around?
In all honesty, failure, I mean, it makes you better, it makes you stronger. Whether you're on a team, say you lost in that state championship last year, I mean, that's goes right back to motivation. What's pushing you to get to that next level? Failure could be a motivation.
Mm-hmm.
You failed last time, you're gonna try even harder to succeed this time. So failure is not necessarily a bad thing. It could be just what you needed.
And do you think it can, for some people, they could use failure as a motivation, as in like losing or failure is not an option, but like how you was going back to like, say like a football player, be their motivation or like their motto at the beginning of the season, losing is not an option. So it's in other words saying failure is not an option. But let's say like you said, they lost in the championship game, the last game of the season, and everything like that. Everybody's bummed out, but they had a successful run the entire way there.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things. If you set your bar high, that like losing is not an option. You plan to go in the season undefeated, so you work for that. You put in the effort and the time it takes to do that. Then you're not really gonna fall short of success because you're gonna have a good season regardless. I mean, you think about some of the great coaches and how many they may not have won the championships, or they may have won 3 championships in 10 years, but they've had consistently a good season every year.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore they're considered a great team because they're consistently one of the top dogs because they set their bar high. I mean, that's one of the great things about Alabama. You know, Coach Nick Saban. I mean, they set that bar high every year, high expectations, so they're consistently good every year. And that's just the way it is with, with a lot of things. Set your bar high, period. Whether you're in school, aim for the, PhD or whatever, because you can't fall short of success if you constantly working to be the best you possibly.
True. And my final question for you is, which one motivates you more? Success, failure, or both?
I'd say both, just because, when you think about success, anybody that thinks about success, I'm sure, thinks about, achieving their goals, right? And then you have a failure, well, if you're really motivated, if it really pushes you and you're determined to reach your goal, well, you're not going to accept that failure. Like I said, you're going to want to bounce back, come back even harder. So I would think, they both kind of work together to just push you towards whatever it is you're trying to do. You got the success, the goal, what you want to be. Failures along the way are what keep motivating you, keep pushing you. So when you finally reach it, you look back on what all you had to do to get there. It's like,
It was all worth it.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
So that's that. Both.
Both.
Yeah.
It's a good way to end it. I appreciate your time, Darian.